Hi guys, my name is Tommy and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought we would do a law experience, tips and advice sort of video. So today I've got my friend. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Nelly. That's some of my degree.
Yeah.
I study law with business, so it's like a joint awards.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously I've graduated from my undergraduate degree and she's currently doing hers.
I'm in my second year.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be good to bring her to talk about this topic because yeah, it relates.
It really is small.
So yeah guys, let's get started.
So obviously like you've graduated
Yeah.
already. Is there anything that you wish you knew before going into your degree?
Before.
Yeah. Like is there anything that you know the way you finished, right? Is there any like looking back, is there anything like damn I wish I knew that before I started? Like everything.
I mean, I feel like for me, it's always they talk about how competitive the job market is. After studying law, I knew it was competitive. Yeah, I feel like the job market naturally is competitive anyway. But the law one,
Bro, I feel like even during like because I'm trying to get like a placement.
yeah,
Because I'm joint awards, I could either do business or law.
yeah,
But even looking at the law aspect of it,
bro, like the
it's
law,
too much.
it is so
It's too
so
much.
competitive.
I think it's as bad as med at this point because it doesn't make sense. It's
Like
crazy.
honestly, I know so many people who are still trying to get into like their law career,
Yeah.
and it's just not working out. A lot of people end up just sort of going into a different career.
That's why we have business as a fallback option.
I mean, I didn't do that. I did straight law, but hey, we're here.
No, it is a lot. I feel like what I didn't know coming into it is like everyone's CV looks the same. I can almost guarantee that everyone has done some sort of legal work experience. Everyone has done all these summer vacation schemes.
Yeah.
Everyone has done it. If you've done it, I guarantee you 50 other people have done it.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to try and figure out exactly what it is about you that makes you like stand out.
Your unique selling point.
A USP.
Yeah.
It's hard because like you're trying to show people like your prospects, but at the same time you have to show them that you have a life outside of that,
which is hard because we don't have a life.
Really?
We don't.
We don't.
I don't really know how they expect. That's another thing. I don't know how they expected us to kind of balance everything. Especially in uni. Okay, because this video is obviously talking about studying law at university. I feel like in uni the lecturers would kind of just bombard you with like so much reading, so much prep.
Can I ask you something? Did you do all your reading? Like pre-lecture reading? Because I know I don't.
Listen, I don't think they expect you to do all your reading.
No, because I've got some tutorial people who are like, did you do the reading? And I'd be like, no. And they'd be like, can anybody tell us it? And there's always that one person in the class that's done the reading and they're now the lecturer's favorite. Anyways.
No, I don't think they expect you to read everything. I feel like
they expect you to skim everything.
Yeah, as you what's the word I'm trying to say? As you progress through like your degree from first year, I think even during first year you start to learn how to kind of skim read and kind of pick up on the information that's actually vital or necessary to the questions you're being asked. So I don't think they expect you to read everything. Because that's mad. Do you know how much reading we get?
No,
what? How are we expected to read through all that?
No, but you know what killed me my first year? Right? They gave us like for FFL, Foundations for Law.
Yeah.
We did this it was like this whole teaching you how to find like the main principle, the facts.
Oh yeah,
and the application
yeah.
They gave us this judgment to read. Why was this judgment 25 pages back to back?
Yeah, they do
three
that.
Judges.
They do that.
In that moment, I realized that, oh boy, this to be. I remember because they'd be like, oh yeah, judges like to talk.
Yeah.
They like to talk. That's peak.
Because why? Why?
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Judges like to talk. Like,
Judges can talk.
Like, I understand
and the thing is, do you know what? Okay, this is another thing with law. This is another thing, yeah. What they're trying to say could be so simple.
Bro, why do they go in circles like this?
They just
Like this.
and the this and this and this and that, and the this and this and that, and this and this and that. And then after like an hour, that's when they'll come to their conclusion.
It's almost like each judge is trying to prove how elaborate they can be.
Yeah, and then you get to the end, you finish reading it.
The lexicon is.
You finish reading it, and you're like,
that's all.
That's it.
That's what you're trying to say.
This is all you were trying to say this whole time.
Pisses me off as well. You know when you have like, let's say it's 3 judges, you've got 1 dissenting judge and then 2 judges that agree.
Yeah.
So instead of the 2 judges that agree writing one thing, each of them have decided to write.
No, do you know what it is? They have two. To be fair, I get it because
some of them have
2.
different reasons.
Yeah, like
yeah, but if they have the exact
2
same
judges
reasoning,
are agreeing, but they're explaining their reasonings.
Yeah.
As to why they're agreeing. So I get that point. It's just, bro, I just feel like, even like articles, I just feel like everything in law is just so long-winded. We like to just ramble.
Anything on the Crown
prosecution
that website stresses me out so much.
Yeah, like, it's like, bro, you could be saying things so simply, like, why are we saying it in such a long-winded way?
Do you know what another thing is as well? You know when they ask you to do like research? Because I'm currently writing... As I'm sitting here, I'm writing a criminal law thing.
Yeah.
And it's like an essay question.
Yeah.
So the other way they're like, you have to use the cases, but you also have to use like extra debates and Another thing that pisses me off, well, not pisses me off, like stresses me out about law is everybody thinks they're a lawyer online. Everybody thinks they're a lawyer. Because it's so true. Do you know, like, why is there like, before you find like one, like a genuine like website with like real information. I've gone through like 500 rubbish bloggers that think that are lawyers.
And academics don't like that.
And it's
hard. All those bloggers, like all those, like, what's that site? Law Teacher?
Stop. No, but come. You as a student, why are you going to a website that says Law Teacher?
No.
.net.
Do you know what it is?
Law Teacher.
I feel like in first year, everyone kind of went into Law Teacher too.
I never did that.
I know loads of people who did that.
I didn't.
Like, Law Teacher, thing is, we wouldn't use it in our like work, but like you know,
read it.
Yeah, like when you just read it to,
you just couldn't reference it.
Yeah, you just can't reference it. Exactly. You read it to like understand what's being said, because sometimes like things are being said in such a complicated way, and you're trying to find another way to understand it.
To find like almost like a dumbed down version.
Yeah, it's literally like law for dummies kind of thing.
I hear it.
So like I feel like people used it for, I'm not saying I specifically used it, but I'm just saying people used it to like understand what was being said. But I wouldn't recommend using it in your actual
if you're gonna I feel like if you're gonna use something that you've read in there, find another more genuine and reliable source that says the same thing and reference that sort of referencing. I feel like the good thing about like finding articles is once you find like a reliable source, they tend to reference all their references. So what you have to do, like, I feel like that's the good thing. Like you find one good article and it's got like 10 references. Go into them and you're pretty much sourcing.
And so you can just read like their sources.
And it could be the same point. But like just for the sake of not having the same reference like 500 times. Because they also give you like an amount of like references that they want you to have, like primary, secondary references. No,
really,
I do.
They gave us like a minimum.
That's what I mean. Like they'll give you like a minimum amount. They'll be like, you need at least like 5 primary sources. Whatever.
Definitely. So like with referencing as well. Just be careful like what sites you're referencing. Make sure it's reliable. Make sure that other people have kind of spoken about it in a sense, so that you know what you're saying is like legit. But just be careful with all these like blogs and stuff. I would recommend just using them to kind of understand the concept
for reading's sake.
For reading's sake, to understand the concept. But like when you're using them in essays or coursework, I think it's best to look for more reliable sources. You can use Westlaw.
I love Westlaw.
Yes.
And Lexis as well. Yeah.
I never used... Did I use Lexis?
Do you know what it was? When I first started, I loved Lexis more than Westlaw. But then Westlaw, I don't know. I don't know
if I use Lexis that much.
I've got a qualification for both. You know that certificate thing? Yeah. So I use both.
I never got my certificate for Westlaw.
Guy, they emailed it to you.
No, I never got it. I literally have a picture. Listen, I was going through my camera roll. And I literally had the picture where it said like, congratulations, you passed the test,
Yeah.
Your certificate will be emailed to you and sent to you by post. Like, I had my address there. I never got it. I was meant to get it like December 2019. I kid you not. This was like last week, and I was like, wait, no, that's true.
Ours were just purely email, but the email, like, because the thing is, it was the whole COVID thing. First year.
Oh yeah, they posted. Yeah. They were supposed to post it, but obviously, I feel like when they posted it, I wasn't home, so I don't. Yeah.
Oh, it's probably here somewhere.
I don't know if like my parents did something with it. I don't know. Yeah, what were we saying? Oh yeah, use LexisNexis, Westlaw. I was gonna say practical law, but I don't think you can use that.
Law Commissioner is good. Law Commissioner is very good.
Yeah.
I think with Law Commissioner, the only thing that I would say is that before you go to use it to actually do assignments.
Yeah.
Just go through it. Go through the website. Get used to how to use the website. Because I'm telling you, they're not as straightforward as they should be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because why is it? Anyways. Yeah, Law Commissioner is good.
I wanted to burn.
But yeah, so that's that.
Yeah.
Another thing that I would suggest is have people in your course who actually want to do well.
Yes. Because my gosh.
Like my uni friends, like I think my circle of uni friends, we've got like there's like me and like 3-4 other girls who do the same course, and one guy. So like 5 of us who do the same course, the exact same course, same lecturers, got same thing. We, like, I promise you, when push came to shove last year, like coming up to exam season, we would like just like go to the library, bang it out. Like we'd be in the library for like hours. And the thing is, I feel like because with me, the way that I know of processed information is if I can teach somebody else what I'm trying to articulate and it makes sense to them, it's in my head.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing you could do to get it out of my head.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's kind of like a conversation.
Yeah, so what we used to do was we would like kind of like pick a question, sit down and like debate it back and forth. Everyone's bringing up different cases, but like the whole time we're doing this, it feels like a conversation, but we're writing notes.
Yeah.
So that's how we used to study.
Oh, that's cute.
Because it helps, because like I think because out of our group, half of us learn better when teaching others, and the other half learn better when being taught, like being spoken to by like people who aren't lecturers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a key point actually, just to pick off what you said.
Yeah.
I think knowing your learning style really, really helps.
It took me a while.
So she said having friends who actually want to do well in their degree really helps. I remember I had a group of friends who, like, in final year we were always together, always going to the library
to actually study,
like not to mess around but to actually study. Because
the library is a communal meeting space.
The library can be fun sometimes, have friends who actually want to do well, who prioritize their education more than anything else. But just to piggyback off what you said, knowing, I feel like I've repeated myself.
That's fine.
Knowing
your learning stuff.
Yeah, knowing your learning style. Thank you. knowing your learning style really helps. Knowing whether you learn off of teaching other people or flashcards or
visually.
Visually.
Kinetic
what's
writing.
That one?
That's
where
visual.
You write.
That's
is that visual?
For me, it's visual because if I can visualize writing it down,
I guess
that's the two I use. Because for me, for me, it's if I can talk to you and explain it. Yeah. But if I write it down, it also stays in my head more.
Oh.
So I use both.
Yeah.
It just depends on...
I was always like a flashcard, like repetition.
Really?
Repetition.
That only works for like definitions for me.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like with application, it's hard.
I feel like when it comes to application...
So with the revision style, if it's like definitions, cases...
The flashcards work like
Flashcards work very well. But I think if it comes to application, I think it's just practice.
And also just
practice papers and understanding the concepts.
Actually understanding.
Make sure you understand what they're talking about.
Like I feel like for me, understand the principal case. I think that's where, coming up to my first semester in my first year, like I think that's what really where I fell down rather. Because I did well. Don't get me wrong. I shot past, but you know when they're like giving you your feedback.
Yeah.
And they're like, you have like you got a good understanding, but you need to understand the principal like precedent first.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing. Like understand the principal case and the principal precedent, and you're fine.
And why they got to that.
Exactly.
What?
Understand the facts of the
Well,
case.
understand the facts of the case and how they got to
How they got there.
that conclusion. Yeah.
And
that's
why
what I'm
they
trying to say.
chose that conclusion.
And why they chose that path.
And also know why they didn't choose other ways.
Because law is reasoning.
Yeah.
Like reasoning. You have to understand the reason why people
Everything
did what they did.
Yeah.
So that's
Especially
literally
considering that half of the statutes would be like, would any other reasonable person would have reasonably acted the way that he acted in that same circumstance?
That reasonable. That's it.
And the thing is
that thing is so core in
and
law.
it's different for
Would any
every
reasonable man have acted the same way? That
you did.
reasonable, that's important.
And
you
you know
need to
what's
understand
funny?
that it would. Hey God, English is not working for me today.
Everybody's definition for
Reasonable is different. Ah, no,
it's different. They lie to you. Reasonable is not the reasonable you think.
It's not the reasonable you think it
Whatever you
is.
think it
Because
is, forget
sometimes
it.
you see some cases and they'll be like, oh yeah, the reasonable man would do this. I'm thinking,
No, he wouldn't.
No, he
So
would
I'm
not.
looking at me and my homegirls, and we're just like,
I'm like, why would a reasonable person do that?
no, it doesn't.
So,
it's not really making sense. Guys.
I feel like, yeah,
It's not
in the
common
real
sense as
world,
well sometimes.
yeah, like in the real world, reasonable is
It's not-
subjective.
yeah, it's
but I feel like
variable.
in law, it's
It's
very
quite
objective. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just need to understand what that reasonable
it
means
in that
context.
and also for the depending on the module, like the type of law.
The module,
type of
whether
law.
it's land law, tort, God,
I actually
landlord, landlord, tort, equity and trust, whether it's contract, whether it's criminal. What else did you do? Whether it's
how many
what did I do now? Whether it's public law.
Yeah. Did you do EU law?
Yes, whether it's
I'm doing
EU
that next
law,
year.
whether it's international law, whether what else did I do, please?
I'm only doing 2 more next year.
Oh,
So I've got 5 done, and then I've got.
I'm trying to remember my first year modules.
I know equity and trust is one. That's an option, and I know EU law is an
I
option.
actually liked equity and
you've got
trust.
7. They
but-
give you like 7 core, like 7 foundations for law, which because I've got 5 done as of the end of this year. I think I only have EU and equity and trust.
Good luck with the EU.
The thing is, I like politics, so it'll be fine. Do you know what I mean? It makes, I don't know, my brain works weird in a weird way. Don't mind me. And it's kind of business-y to me. No? Okay.
EU.
Yeah. Because it's like countries, and like, I'm gonna keep quiet.
Listen.
It's as well.
I liked EU, don't get me wrong. I actually liked EU, but I think it was hard in certain aspects.
Like landlord? Is it worse than land?
Bro, no.
Stop, because I'm sorry. That module is actually godforsaken. I'm sorry.
Landlord? God. When he's talking about adverse possession, there was one case. Why are you laughing, man?
Exam in like 2 weeks. Ask me
listen.
what I know about
That landlord, yeah.
Ask me what I know.
Only
about
God
land.
can help you get through it. But
I understand the meaning of land.
to each their own, though, honestly,
Yeah.
because I know some people who actually enjoyed it.
Exactly, because I've got a friend who
And
loves
some people
land,
who
but she
didn't.
hates torts. But I like torts. and
I did
hate
not
land.
like torts,
love
but you know,
torts.
I
Everybody
think my
loves crim.
favorites were
Everybody loves crim.
criminal. I enjoyed public law.
Mm.
I enjoyed international law.
Did you got choices though, didn't you? You
In
you
first
to do
year,
core
no.
ones, and then did you get like optional ones as well?
In first year, no, I didn't get optional
but like the
ones.
second year,
Second year, I got 2 optional ones. I did intellectual property and oh my god, no, I only had one optional one because I did advocacy. So like mooting.
Yeah,
That was one of my
Oh,
core.
yeah,
That was one of my core ones.
Modules.
Also, hey, mooting. It was not fun. Do you know what it is? I liked that my uni made us do it because I was able to realize like, oh, do I actually want to be
in the core.
in the court or do I want to be like
Like
doing
back-
documents
like behind the scenes.
behind the scenes?
Yeah.
And honestly, it was fun, but I'd rather be behind the scenes. I'm not saying I hate it.
So you're more of like a solicitor than a
Yeah. But it's mad because like I had like people being like, oh, you should be a barrister, like because I did well in the
presentation.
yeah, like I did
Practice.
well when they added up like my bundles, when they added up my mooting skills. But they added everything, like I did really, really well, like got first.
Look at you. You're trying to be like you, mother.
So like I feel like people were like, oh yeah, you should be a barrister then. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I just remember being really nervous. I remember after I spoke, my mouth was dry.